Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. This is GB Winging It. I'm just finishing up at work today and have some thoughts on the upcoming holidays that I'd love to share with you. So let's get this hot wired heated gear going and talk to you a bit about my feelings and thoughts on how to deal with the stresses during this upcoming holiday season.
I want to talk about and maybe provide some practical tips that may help you or some of you or someone you know minimize the stress that accompanies the holidays. You may wind up enjoying the holidays more than you thought you would, because oftentimes the holiday season brings unwelcome guests like stress and depression. And it's no wonder with the holiday presenting such a multiple and dizzying array of demands like parties and shopping, baking, cleaning, entertaining, just to name a few. I mean, it could be a real serious time where stress can be at its peak. And it's hard to stop and to regroup once it's already taking hold. At least for some of us, it is. And in order to try to prevent stress and maybe even depression in the first place, maybe some of these tips will help someone out there. I certainly hope so, because the holidays can take an emotional toll on you, especially if it has in the past. First and foremost, you really have to acknowledge your feelings. If someone close to you has recently died or can't be with you, or your loved ones can't be with you, you have to realize that it's normal to feel sadness and grief. It's okay to take time to express your feelings. You can't force yourself to be happy because it's the holiday season. If you feel lonely or isolated, seek out community, religious, or even social events. They may be able to offer you some support and companionship. Volunteer your time to help someone else. It's also a great way to lift your spirits and to broaden your friendships. Folks, let's be realistic. The holidays don't have to be perfect or just like last year. Things change. Families change and grow. Traditions and rituals often change as well. Choose a few to hold on to if you can, or be open to creating new ones. Me, for example, my adult children, we can't always be together. So I have to come up with new ways to celebrate together. Maybe sharing pictures, FaceTime when we're cutting the cake, or celebrating a Christmas or Thanksgiving. And also, it's a time where we have to try to accept family members and friends as they are. I mean, even if they don't live up to our expectations, it's time to set aside grievances until the more appropriate time for discussion and be understanding if others get upset or distressed when something goes awry. I mean, chances are they're feeling the effects of holiday stress and possibly depression too. I mean, but it's also important to stick to a budget. That may be the cause of some anxiety or some stress as well. I mean, before you go gift or food shopping, hey, decide how much money you can afford to spend. Then stick to your budget. You can't buy happiness with an avalanche of gifts. We all learn that lesson, especially if you have children. I mean, another tool that may help you is simply plan ahead. Set aside specific days for your shopping, your baking, or your visiting, or your other activities. You have to really make some time for yourself. It's really a time to actually learn to say no. Saying yes when you should say no can also leave you feeling resentful and overwhelmed. Friends and your colleagues, they'll understand if you can't participate in every project or activity. I mean, if it's not possible to say no to some people or to some family members, try to remove something else. Take something else from off your plate. Yeah, that can be incredibly stressful and demanding. You know, you may also want to try to get more sleep or incorporate just a little bit of physical activity into your day. Don't abandon all of your healthy habits. Keep some of your routine going. Sometimes it's just time to make time for yourself. Just spend just a few minutes alone without distractions. It just may refresh you enough to handle everything you need to do. Find something that reduces your stress, clears your mind, slows your breathing, and restore your inner calm. Yeah, it might be a walk, stargazing, might be listening to music, might be watching one of my motor vlogs. Get a massage, read a book, do something for you. And last but not least, seek professional help if you need it. Despite your best efforts, you may find yourself feeling persistently sad or anxious or plagued by physical complaints, unable to sleep, irritable, or feeling hopeless or unable to face your routine chores in life. If these feelings last for a while, talk to your doctor or your mental health professional. Don't let the holidays become something you dread. Instead, take the steps to prevent the stress and depression that can descend during these holidays. Learn to recognize your holiday triggers. They may be financial, they may be personal demands, so you can combat them before the meltdown. With a little bit of planning, just a little bit of planning and some positive energy, you can find your peace and joy during the holidays. Most of all, remember the reason for the season. Love yourself, love your family, be kind to all, thrive forever. Thanks for listening. This is GB Winging It, and I am out.